In this video, we will focus on building. And here, I have my presetted mech. The one that everyone have. I will go through machine design, stats, and things that you need to know as a newbie. Warning, many people quit Break Arts 2 because it sucks at first sight, about how bad the control is, and how stupid the gameplay is. Allow me to start my tutorial by kicking some cups boosters.
A few moments later.
First, we will go into machine design. In the design page, you can move around, which is the basic of any 3D designing. You can hold right mouse button to rotate. Hold middle button to drag around. Wheel up and down to zoom. Combine all those and you should be fine. Now, let's move on to stats. For a beginner, you'll have no idea on what to do. But let's press Z to view all your stats. Here is what you will be looking at. To be fair, let's build a mech and talk about this. Here, a whole new mech, and there is only one requirement that you need to reach: data load over 8,000. Data load means the weight of your mech. Data load increases by adding different parts. First, we have armors. It gives you shields and energy reserves. But we will only focus on the energy tanks for now. Next, we have systems. It's included combat stuff and generator. Generator helps energy regenerating, while throughput and lock-on range helps combat. Now, thrusters. You basically have thrust, turning thrust, and data load maximum to take care here. Thrust and turning thrust is all about your speed and turning. And the last, bolsters. You have normal boosters with boost thrust, and side boosters with side boost thrust. Let's make a mech step by step. Left click to select what you want. And left click again on the green circle. Green circles are places that you can put things on. and some gear parts can actually provide extra green circles. By clicking left mouse button again, you can lift them up. Keep an eye on which part is glowing in red outline. The one with red outline is the one that you are selecting. Press delete on your keyboard to destroy lots on your hand. Since we need 8,000 data load anyways, let us equip this big data load thrust. Let's get some speed. Actually, let's use some joint to provide more slots. And place thruster for thrust stats. I want it to rotate. By pressing A and D before you place a gear, you can rotate it. Let's add more speed. Here, we have a lot of thrusts, giving us speed and acceleration, in which our cornering is almost at 0. Let's increase turning thrust. Looking good? Let me change it a little bit. Nice. Speed and turning is fine. After thrust and turning thrust, we need to work on boost thrust, which brings us to boosters. All the boosters have the same ratio of output and weight, which is the same to all the other gears. If I were to say, everyone are treated equally, and higher grades gear doesn't make you stronger. Here is my plan. I will put the thrusters to the front for now. I will put boosters on this joint, creating a jet booster, so that you can have a better idea on what I am doing. Divide gears by their function is good for newbie. 3 boosters, looking good. By selecting the root piece that links everything, you can move the whole thing at once. Here, a jet that gives normal stats and another jet that gives boost power. Last but not least, let's add side boosters. But you might be wondering, why can't I put them on the big holes? That's because there are 2 types of gear. If the gear logo has the S word at the corner, that means it can only be put in smaller holes. With that, we got all 4 thrust stats. Last thing to take care is energy. Boosting inside boosting cost energy. And higher the boost power it has, the more energy it costs. Anyways, we need some energy tank. And same with the thruster, some of them can stacks. Which means you can place the tanks from other gears. Or put other gears at the end of the long tank. Why don't we put the tanks at the legs? $440 energy seems fine. Our 3 boosters consume 231 energy per second, providing 127 boost acceleration. And now, let's get the generator into the party. Now the energy regeneration is 107.44 per second. Which makes boosting cost 231 minus 107.44 equals 123.56 energy per second, taking around 3.56 seconds for energy to run out, and around 4.1 seconds to regenerate back to 100%. That's basically all you need to know. Oh crap, here comes the sadist big sis.
寄ってみますけど、どうなっても知りませんよ。